Everyone knows that starting a new job can be unnerving. Until an employee becomes familiar with his surroundings, feels comfortable with the details and routine of a typical day, and develops an understanding of what's expected of him, it's likely to be difficult to focus on his job performance. Most businesses recognize this and provide some sort of new hire orientation that covers a range of topics and varies in duration. Do orientation programs succeed at putting new employees at ease and familiarizing them with their work environment? Some do, others don't. Programs that succeed do so because they're well planned and thoughtfully organized in terms of format and content. But for those employers to whom the term orientation means sending new employees to a brief meeting during which someone from HR describes the company history, rules, and benefits and leaves little time for questions and answers, there's little hope for success. After all, the time and effort and expense you invest in finding the best possible person for the job, why would you risk losing them from the onset? First and foremost, organizational orientation programs should focus on affirming a person's decision to join your company. There's nothing worse than changing jobs only to have regrets shortly thereafter. The orientation process should therefore expand upon what the employee learned during his interviews, such as the company's values and corporate culture, and how individual goals can align with those of the organization. Orientation should also focus on encouraging each person to feel like a contributing member of the organization from the onset. In addition to affirming a person's decision to accept your job offer, here are the other reasons for conducting organizational orientation. First, it will decrease anxiety. Everybody feels anxious when starting a new job. Orientation can go a long way towards making new employees feel at ease and comfortable. Answering questions. You probably know from your own work experience that it becomes increasingly difficult to ask questions the longer you've been on the job. Third, negate future disciplinary action. Clearly communicating organizational expectations and policies can go a long way towards preventing future misunderstandings. Fourth, increase employee retention. Fifth, promote good public relations. Many employers don't realize the many ways they themselves can benefit from well-prepared and well-implemented orientation programs. To begin with, recognize that orientation sets the tone for overall effective employer-employee relations. Savvy employers view this form as an opportunity to convey their strong commitment to the well-being and development of the company's workforce. In return, new employees are usually motivated to reciprocate by doing their best. Demonstrate your dedication and to the development of the workforce by describing some of your most well-received employee-friendly programs. Select examples that go beyond what employees are likely to expect, like basic medical coverage, to demonstrate how great it is to work for your organization. Organizational orientation programs can also help strengthen a new employee's learning curve, which is a huge benefit for employers. Learning entails a great detail more than how to do one's job. That's part of the departmental orientation. There's also an important matter of becoming familiar with the prevailing corporate culture. That's what organizational orientation is all about. Employees tend to look at the benefits of orientation programs differently than employers do. Whereas employers take a long-term, holistic view of the process, employees want first and foremost to feel welcome. Making employees feel at ease can be accomplished with very little effort. New employees are also less interested in the history of the company or what it earned last year than they are those topics that will affect them directly, personally, and immediately. That said, they will likely gain more from information about a few topics. First, food. Where's the company cafeteria? Where are restaurants in the area? Second, clothing. What attire is appropriate? Is there casual Friday? Third, parking. Where am I supposed to park? Do I have an assigned space? Fourth, supplies and equipment. Where do I go for supplies? Are there forms to fill out? Fifth, phones. How does the phone system work? What should I say when answering the phone? Sixth, computers. How do specific programs work? How do I access the internet? Where should I direct my questions? And seventh, salutations. How am I expected to address coworkers, managers, members of senior management? With benefits to both employees and employer in mind, there are some characteristics of a successful orientation program. They include involving members of senior management. A few remarks made by a person or via DVD by someone in senior management can send a strong message and commitment to new employees. Second, bring in other speakers. In addition to having someone from senior management present, other organizational representatives can keep the session interesting and varied. Third, view the orientation from the perspective of new employees. If you were attending, what would you want to hear? Fourth, make presentations interesting. In general, presentations that are interactive are going to be more interesting. Fifth, keep it simple. Sixth, serve food. Always involving food helps keep adults' attention and active engagement throughout your presentation. The exact content of organizational orientation will vary depending in part of the size of your organization and the number of new employees you have. Generally, topics will fit within these 5 broad categories. 1. The employer's commitment to its employees. 2. The employer's expectation of employees, including work practices, performance, codes of conduct, and those types of issues. 3. Benefits. 4. Employer policies, including your employee handbook. And then 5, the organization. This could include areas of information like mission, vision, values, culture, and objectives.